Please note that police chases can be dangerous and unpredictable. We do not condone reckless driving or any other illegal activity. Our videos are intended for educational and entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly stolen white Kia Sorento. They just turned the lights out here as well. Might be getting ready to get out and run. We'll see. Right now they're actually just watching this with a helicopter overhead. It was CHP that was in pursuit, but this got so dangerous on some of the narrow streets in the city of in the San Pedro area near the harbor that they actually canceled the ground units. And so now you see going right through that intersection. Came really, really close earlier to T-boning an innocent person that was going through an intersection. So let's just see what happens now. Hopefully they can continue to track this one from the air with that spotlight, but we see what happens so many times when they ditch the ground units where the suspect, gets a lot of opportunity to get out and run. Now really dangerous here, driving around kind of crazy with the lights off as well. And up to 60 miles an hour. We've seen the wrong side of the road. Now in the center lane here for absolutely no reason. There was some talk if they do re-engage that some of the units may have spike strips, but we'll see if they get the opportunity to deploy those, Pat and Juan.
All right, so right now, Des, you are overhead, of course, and we have that one chopper that is following this vehicle, but we don't have any behind tracking this vehicle from the ground. It's interesting from where you are, too, that the spotlight keeps going on and off there. Are they stopped? Don't see any movement.
Yeah, it looks like they yeah, the vehicle stopped now. Now and starting again. I wonder if they just left some people out there. Quite possibly. They're now back on the move again. They were underneath that tree with the lights off for a bit, and even the spotlight was having some issues there. We're actually having some communication issues with the police ship overhead as well. So not sure what all is going on in the cockpit there, but coming up kind of into the hills, or kind of straddling the Palos Verdes Peninsula and San Pedro right now in a pretty nice neighborhood. I wonder if the suspect has any idea where they're going, because they could easily run into a one-way street or something like that, or into a cul-de-sac. So kind of zigging and zagging all over the place. May have dropped some people off there, not sure. It's not clear how many people are in the vehicle right now. But just zigging and zagging here around, getting up now onto the Palos Verdes Peninsula.
Yeah, a lot of twists and turns on these narrow streets. Mike Rogers on the desk, you've also been monitoring this. What can you tell us here?
Yeah, Juan, CHP did kind of a rare thing here. They actually went into kind of a following before they decided to pull this over. They got a bunch of units together and waited for that sheriff's helicopter, Air 24, to get overhead before they even tried to light the car up. Then the sheriff's helicopter got overhead. They tried to light it up. The guy took off. And now I want you also to notice the next time we get a good shot of it, that rear right passenger door appears to be slightly open. I saw it kind of swaying back a little bit. And, Desmond said he was having a little bit of a hard time communicating with Sheriff's Air 24. Sounds like CHP was as well. So right now they are in contact with that CHP or that sheriff's helicopter and are still in tracking mode, but the sergeant for CHP is well aware of where he's at. They've got the helicopter calling out direction, and as Des mentioned, they were just about to get some spike strips set up before this guy got totally crazy, and it made CHP a little bit nervous, especially on surface streets, and that's when they asked their ground units to back off.
Wow.
Well, they sure are driving, I don't know if erratic is the right word or not. And wonder what's the reason for that, Des, because as you mentioned, we don't see any vehicles right behind them, any, officers.
Right.
So it's just almost like they've lost control of this vehicle at times.
Yeah, I mean, the spotlight might be kind of panicking them right now, and this is kind of a run-of-the-mill SUV. This is not even a sporty SUV, let alone a sports vehicle, and this person really kind of driving it like it's a BMW or something, not kind of a run-of-the-mill Kia. Of course, Kia's very well publicized nationwide, the issues that they've had with stolen vehicles, and it seems like almost every vehicle pursuit we've been covering lately that involves a stolen vehicle is either a Kia or a Hyundai. They have similar issues as well. The loose affiliation of the Kia boys, have to wonder if that is involved in this as well. But we've seen a lot of these pursuits and them drive super crazy to try to get away. It was looking like maybe an attempt for a foot bail, as they call it, get out and run. But now we are getting onto the Palos Verdes Peninsula here. It's where you're going to have a lot of windy streets out here,
and a lot of and steep hillsides actually when you're in Palos Verdes. That's for sure. So you wonder,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? And cul-de-sacs, it makes you wonder if they really know where they're going. Did you say where this started, Des? Do we have a location?
It started in San Pedro.
All right, that's right.
Yeah, the San Pedro area off like Gaffey and 6th is where we first heard about it here, but pretty aimless driving with this suspect here. Now that we are, we're on Palos Verdes Drive, and I think the speed limit's only like 25 or 35 on this street. You have sections here that could go right up against the cliff. Pretty nerve-wracking. Of course, now we're dealing with the topography as well, and just trying to go off of that law enforcement spotlight, and they're kind of having some trouble with their spotlight as well. And no, that's that the vehicle. Okay, yep. All right, now we got it back here. So yeah, kind of up in a dark area right now. We've got the hillside as well. We have to give some space to the law enforcement here. But does this person have any idea where they're driving right now?
Mike, you have more information?
Yeah, so just, we're talking about topography and where he's at, and I'm listening to the radio traffic. Apparently, he has gotten himself into where he doesn't have a lot of options as far as where he can go.
All right, sorry, Mike.